What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got an install video on these LED lights here. Now this is made by a company called Sealight. These are the Scoparc LED model. This is the S1 trim, and these are actually compatible with a lot of different lights, H8, H9, H11, H16, also 9005 and HB3. So here is the close-up of the box itself. You got the Scoparc LED lighting branding there, made by Sealight. And let's just go ahead and cut right into this thing. It's two pieces of tape here on the top and the bottom that I'm just cutting through. Alright, so right away you're greeted with a quick instructional guide. There's some different differentiators on how to see what type of light you have, H11, H4. And then you also get a bunch of zip ties to neatly wire all of the external wiring harnesses. You do get some double sticky sided tape as well. And then there's the full instruction manual. Alright, and let's go ahead and pull this out completely. So surprisingly, this does come with some gloves to install your lighting. As usual, you do not want to touch the front of that light. So let's go ahead and throw one of these gloves on just so I don't accidentally touch the LEDs there. Now here are the harnesses themselves. You get your typical connector that will connect directly to where your previous bulb would have connected to. You got about a foot of wiring there. And then let's go ahead and look at one of these bulbs in close detail. Here's a close-up of that bulb. And you can see the three LED diodes there. And there's three on each side. You do get this aluminum heatsink, and that's going to dissipate the heat naturally. Now the big selling point of this is that these are fanless. So with typical bright LEDs, you have a built-in fan that you hear, the whirring noise when you have the lights on. Now it's not impossible for those built-in fans to fail, and then you will overheat your light and then completely burn it out. Good thing about fanless is there's no fan to worry about. There's no electronic piece that aids in cooling. Cooling happens passively through this heatsink. Yeah, let's go ahead and get these installed. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull out my current lights here. Now I am running LEDs currently, but this left one here on the driver's side did go out a little bit. And let's see what's going on here. Alright, so as you can see here, that middle LED is kind of burnt out. This top one here is kind of burnt out as well, so I'm going to go ahead and swap these out. And here are the specs on my current LED. So it looks like this is a 4000 lumen. It's got a voltage of DC 9-32 volts. Alright, and as usual, you do not want to touch those LEDs on those lights. So I'm going to go ahead and use these included gloves to install these lights. Alright, so with these type of lights, you have three tabs. Now two of the tabs are smaller and also angular. This top one here, as you can see, is quite a bit wider and is more square. So you just need to make sure that you get that orientation down properly. I'm going to go ahead and install the light first and then worry about the connector second. Alright, so I see in my car on the headlight that this square piece is on the left, and then it requires a quarter turn clockwise. So I'm going to carefully insert this into the hole down here. I would get a better camera angle, but the area here is very, very tight. Alright, now you're going to want to connect the LED connector to your stock housing connector, and depending on the manufacturer, sometimes these can be reverse polarity. So now I do see a plus and minus on the new connector here, positive and negative. I'm going to go with black being negative, so I'm going to try that first. If not, you can go ahead and swap them out and turn it the other way. So it's simple as connecting it together. You'll hear that click, and I'm going to go ahead and turn my lights on and check this out. And that's working okay. I turn the lights on and I see them flashing, so that is the proper orientation. Negative going to the black wire, pretty simple and straightforward. So from here, you see that you have a lot of cable dangling around. You can use the double-sided sticky tape to stick that little module somewhere. So I'm going to actually just use the included zip tie and do something like this to where it's just out of the way and not jumping around everywhere. Alright, and just to further clean things up, I'm going to go ahead and snip this, and there we go. So here is where the LED light is. As you can see here, here's the module, connector. I zip tied it there. completely out of the way of the heatsink, nothing's touching, and there's no chance of this moving out of the way or getting lost. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the passenger side. Let's make sure the taps are aligned and then give it a quarter turn. This is going to be clockwise, and there you go. And connect the wiring. So I have negative here, I'm going to do negative on the black wire, and there you go. So now I can zip tie this wire to one of these hoses down here, probably something like this, and be good to go. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching my install video on the Sealight LED lights. If you're not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like and comment as usual, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.